Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Garrett with Hunting Outdoors here. And so if you guys didn't know, I actually was fortunate enough to grab a doe last week, pretty late in the season, but I'm still very glad that I was able to get something before the season ended. And so it's been in the processing place to get all the meat done for a little over a week now, but I got the call yesterday that the meat was ready, so I picked it all up. I'm super excited to show you guys all this because I think a lot of people don't actually see the end product of hunting, which is the meat. It's kind of like a payday for hunters, even though we pay for all this and put a lot of time and effort into it, but it's still one of the best feelings once you actually get the meat back. The doe I got was, I would say, an averagely large doe, if that makes sense. It wasn't like huge, but it wasn't small either. So it was actually able to produce about 46 pounds of meat. And now I'm just gonna showcase kind of what I picked and then what also comes with a doe when you get the general processing. So starting out, I think most hunters, at least getting whitetail, are always gonna pick some bologna. So I got 3 sticks of bologna. I got 2 with just kind of the cheddar cheese in it. And this one, they actually offer a hot pepper cheese. I've never tried that, so I'm excited to try this one. So I got the 3 sticks of bologna. Bologna is also a great thing to kind of hand out. I love kind of giving the deer meat to friends and family, and I think bologna is one of the best things that you can kind of give them, and people get excited about it. So the bologna is the first thing. And then I also, in the bag here, I got some beef jerky. So they offer 2 types where I bring my deer to get processed, teriyaki and smoked jerky. So I got 2 packs of each. Now jerky can be quite expensive. I know a lot of people do it themselves, and it's kind of cheaper that way, but just for the convenience, I just go ahead and pick up a couple packs of the beef jerky on there. All right, the next thing that I pick up from this place is the snack sticks. And I feel like a lot of places offer this kind of form of a snack, but it's kind of like, to me, bologna, but just more manageable. I think it's sometimes nicer to just have a little kind of meat stick. And this one also has, you know, cheddar and stuff. And I also got the hot pepper cheese in this too. So I picked up about 5 packs of these, which are just cool to, you know, bust out of the freezer and just have some snacking meats. So I make sure to grab some of these. So as for the specialty meats for this doe, this is actually all I got. It can add up in price when you're you know, checking that sheet off and picking all these different things. But this will definitely last me a good bit. So now we're gonna move into the it's general processing, just kind of the standard cuts and different types of meat you get from having a deer at a processing place. So first off, you're always gonna get some ground meat, and the ground meat is really nice for, like, I do sloppy joes with them, or you can do, you know, hamburger, anything you would do with beef, you can do with venison, and it tastes pretty good. So you always get a good bit of these. I think I got about 7 packs of these, so definitely excited to have more of these in my freezer for sure. All right, so other than the ground meat that I was showing you, in this bag they kind of have more of the actually big pieces of meat. So this is the deer back strap. This is kind of like the bread and butter when it comes to deer meat. This is what a lot of us hunters are looking to get. It just tastes really good. You can do a lot with it, and so I'm so happy to have some more of these in my freezer. I think, let's see, I think I got 4 back straps, and some of them are different sizes. But yeah, I got about 4 back straps, so I'm super pumped about that. All right, and the next thing you get is a deer roast. I'm actually super happy this year because I had a buck last year, and when I got the roast, they were like this big. And when I'm like just trying to eat dinner or like cook it just for me, it's a lot of meat. So this year they actually gave me some pretty manageable sizes, I guess because maybe the doe was a bit smaller than the buck, but got a couple of these roasts. These roasts go really well in like a crock pot. Kind of treat them like beef, but they taste really good. So I got 4 of these roasts, and I'm very happy about this size. It's so nice. All right, and last but not least, I think this is also the fan favorite of us hunters. You got your deer steaks. The way they package these, I think it's pretty standard. You got 2 in a pack. I got 6 packs, so I got about 12 steaks. These taste amazing. If you do like a marinade or something, they're not super gamey or tough at all if you cook them right. And they are so lean, man. I mean, there's hardly any fat on this. So it's just also good to just know where your food comes from. Like, I know where this came from. I know there's no preservatives or GMOs or none of that crap. It's just lean, healthy meat. So having 12 of these is really nice. All right, guys, so as you can see, this is quite a bit of meat that I have from that dough that I got last week. And it was, like I said, it was a good sized dough, but I'm more than happy with the amount of meat that she produced, and super grateful that I was able to get something before the season ended. Another thing I want to touch on, because I feel like a lot of people don't know this, is how much this actually costs. You can process it yourself. I've never done that yet, and it can be kind of a long process, so sometimes people just prefer to take it somewhere and pay someone to do it, and that's what I did here. But all in all, this whole kind of setup of meat costed me about $200, which I think is pretty fair for the amount of meat I got. I also did get quite a bit of specialty meats, which can add up quickly. And then also, I just don't have to do any of the work as of now. Maybe sometime in the future, I'd like to learn how to process my own deer, but in terms of creating the bologna and the jerky and all that stuff, as of now, it makes the most sense for me to just bring it somewhere, drop it off, and support a local business and get my deer back. But yeah, so after one deer, this is all gonna go in my freezer, and I'll try to make it last the whole year if I don't eat it too quick. So, and then next year we get another one, do it again.